Hi everyone, I'm going to continue the series of the Daf Yomi. I'm going to relate over an insight from Rabbi Mendel Weinbach, Masechet Tzadik Libracha from Yeshivat Or Samech, within regards to today's Daf. And the question is Syria actually considered part of biblical or Talmudic Eretz Israel or not? What is it? What states they got? So we know that Syria was conquered by David HaMelech, by King David, and was annexed to be part of the land of Israel. So the question could be posed: Did Syria thus acquire the status of Eretz Israel, or is it still considered outside of the land of Israel? That's a question. So you could look, it can be dependent on various things. This depends, according to the Gemara, on whether we consider conquest by an individual as a kind of a conquest, which makes territory an integral part of the land of Israel. Do we look at it then? Well, this was an individual one. But why, a question could be posed, but why is King David's conquest of Syria considered conquest by an individual when it was done by the Melech of the nation, the king of the nation itself? It wasn't necessary. So Rashi gives an explanation with regards to this and focuses on the manner in which the conquest was actually carried out, while Tosfot actually looks at the time constraints of it, the time frame of this thing that took place. Okay, so conquest by nation, by Medina, which can transform a territory beyond the borders into the status of the land of Israel itself, says Rashi, depends on two different things, two different main factors, let's just say, which were present in the initial conquest of the land of Israel by Yeshua ben Nun, by Joshua, which we learn about in the book of Joshua naturally. So was it the entire nation must be involved in the war, and the territory must be acquired for the use of the nation at large. That's got to be another thing. In the case of Syria, the conquest of Syria over here, which King David in his time, the conquest was a private task of King David, utilizing a portion, a chelek, of the national force and dedicated to providing territory for royal rather than for a national utilization. So it wasn't done for the nation as a whole over there. However, Tosfot would cite a midrashic source come from the Sifrei in Devarim, which actually has some reservations with regards to the conquest of King David of Syria, which he had still not driven out the Jebusites around Jerusalem. They had still been there over there. Hashem said to David HaMelech, he actually criticized him, how dare you go and conquer Syria and Mesopotamia when you had not yet conquered those near your own place. So he should have concentrated more on the nearer territory and left that maybe for a later stage, let's say. So on the basis of the Sifrei, Tosfot actually concludes that after all of Eretz Israel was indeed conquered, the land of Israel was conquered, the Torah's promised that wherever you shall tread shall be yours, which you naturally learn about in Sefer Devarim over there. It means that the territory conquered, even by an individual like King David, like David HaMelech, also has the state of Eretz Israel according to this. And this is what we learn in Daf Chet Amud Bet, also from this insight from Rabbi Mendel Weinbach, Masechet Tzadik Libracha from Yeshivat Or Samech. Guys, interesting Daf, and stay tuned for Daf Tet tomorrow. Have a great day.